Hi guys, and welcome back to part 8 of this cTrader tutorial. If you're new to this channel, you'll want to start on episode 1 where I explain what we're building here. In the last episode, we coded up a fully functional trading bot using the MACD indicator. But the method I showed only works with built-in indicators in cTrader. In this episode, I'll be showing you how to get the bot to use custom indicators like the SSL channel. As a quick recap, to install custom indicators, you need to download it and install it from the cTrader.com website. Once it's installed, it will appear in this custom indicator section, and you can load it up like any other built-in indicator. The SSL channel takes in two parameters, a length and a moving average type, and the default values are 10 and simple moving average. The output is two lines, which are SSL down, which is a red line, and the SSL up, which is a green line. When the red line crosses above the green line, the indicator turns red, and that gives us a sell signal. And when the green line crosses above the red line, the indicator turns green, and that gives us a buy signal. So this is basically a two-line cross indicator, and we can use the same example that we used in the last video. Whenever you install a custom indicator, it appears in this indicators section. We'll need to take a look at the code of this indicator to see what values to use in our bot. The first thing we'll need is the name of the indicator, which is SSL channel without a space. Then we can see the two parameters that the indicator uses, which I mentioned before are length and moving average type. The last thing we need is the names of the two lines that it outputs, which are underscore SSL down and underscore SSL up. And that's all we need, so keep those in mind and let's go load it up. This is where we left off last week with our MACD bot. I'll just replace this moving average crossover with the indicator name, which is SSL channel, and I'll call the variable SSL. Then we can load that into the onStart section. But notice how, because it's not a built-in indicator, when you type indicators.ssl, nothing shows up. What we actually need to put here is indicators.getIndicator. And then in these angular brackets, we need to put the name of the indicator, which is SSL channel. Then as usual, we can just put the parameters in these normal brackets. So we'll use the default values of 10 and simple moving average. And that's it. A good way to test that it loaded properly is to print it out when the bot starts up. And we can access the values of the indicator now by typing ssl._SSLup.last1. When we try to build this bot, it will say SSL channel could not be found. The last thing we need to do is go to this Manage References button, tick SSL channel and hit apply. And now it says build succeeded. So let's run the bot now and verify that it's giving us the correct value. Awesome, looks like that's working nicely. Now we can just go back to the two-line cross example and replace all this MACD stuff with the SSL values. Let me speed up this part for you guys so you don't have to watch it again. And that's it. Let's test it out to make sure it works. The indicator flipped short here and we have our first sell trade. But watch what happens next. The indicator flips back to long before hitting our stop loss. So now we have a long trade and a short trade on at the same time. In this case, because the indicator has flipped back to long, we actually want to close out of our short trade. Which goes to the question posted by ICameon9 this week. So let me show you guys how to do that. First, we'll need to check if there are any positions on currently. We can do that by creating a variable called long position. And using the function positions.find and giving it the label SSL long. We'll also need to change the label in the execute market order line to SSL long and SSL short. Then whenever the signal flips, we can check if there's a long position on by using if long position does not equal null, which means there is currently a long position on, then we can use the close position function to close the long position. And let's copy that down for the reverse signal as well. My mistake, this top part is actually checking for a long signal, so we want to close any short positions. So let's change these to short. And the code is case sensitive, so make sure you're using the right case for your variables. Okay, now we can test it out. This time when the signal flips back to long, the short position is closed out and we're left with a single long position. I hope you guys found that useful. If you like my content and you want to support my channel, then you can buy me a coffee.